Hello, it's Chris here from ChalkChip Digital, Geelong and the Surf Coast leading online website design and marketing agency. And in this short video, I wanted to show you the power of photography and how it can take your site to the next level, take your business to the next level in terms of its online presence. Now, what I want to show you is an example of a site that we've just created and the older version of that site that didn't leverage photography, and show you the difference to give you a visual idea, but also talk through some of the things that aren't so obvious about photography and how it can improve your business. So here we're using the Wayback Machine, which is a tool you can use to view older versions of your website. And the company here is Local Garden Care, who are a local commercial and residential garden maintenance company, and they're fantastic. Chris Brown is at the head of the business. He's an amazing guy. You should use them. And I'm not just saying this if you just because they're a client. They're actually very, very good at what they do. And so here's their website that didn't leverage photography. Now we have images here, but they were just taken by Chris, I believe, and they're okay, they're good. They're not bad images. In fact, he's done quite well to capture these himself, but they're not professional, and they're not professional photography, and there's a big difference in how that translates to your website. Now, because of that, they're really only leveraged here on the homepage and in the gallery. If you look elsewhere on the site, they're not really anywhere else. This is the About Us page, this is the garden, the restoration page, this is the landscaping page. You can see here, they're not really leveraged elsewhere, it's just on that one spot. Now, let's go to the new site, which has photography done by a professional through ChalkChip, and see the difference. This is the homepage. Straight away, you get a sense of who they are as a business. Here is Chris, and here is some of his employees working. They're all in their professional garb, which has their logos on it. They're wearing protective gear. They're out at a client's house. They're making changes to this garden. It looks beautiful. Again, this is them. This is not stock imagery that we've taken from the internet. This is actually Chris's team. This is actually his shears here. Here is actually one of his employees. You get a sense when you look at the website that this is a real business, and that's a big deal. In today's age, when anyone can come and slap some content together, create a website, pretend to be a business, or pretend to be more than what they are as a business, it's important that you communicate a sense of authenticity and authority in the industry. And that's what photography helps to do. You get a sense of authenticity from these pictures. This is Chris, this is who he is. He's a happy guy, he's smiling. Excuse me. So let's move on to some other pages. Here is the gardening services page, is the generic services page. Again, you can see some pictures of Chris here and his team working. It's very real, it's very authentic. You get a sense of the scale of what they do here. These are residential pictures, but here's some more commercial image of a picture of them working at a retirement village, maintaining their grounds. So already, just by looking at the pictures, you're getting a sense of some of the stuff that they can do. You're getting a sense of the services they provide without reading any of the text. And this is important. Good photography conveys meaning, it conveys context, it conveys information about the services, about the equipment, about the quality of work that they do. Now, anyone can slap together stock photography, but does it communicate the right message? The answer is no. It's difficult to convey proper message through stock imagery. When I mean stock imagery, I mean images that you can buy from Adobe Stock or Shutterstock or any of these websites that have generic images that you can buy and put on your site. Another advantage of photography is that you get consistency of design. So when we talk about design, we're talking about the colors, the fonts, the shape, the form. Everything needs to be consistent for us to look at it and feel good, feel positive. Our minds enjoy and like pattern. And when we see it, we are more inclined to progress with that client and take them up on their services. And so here's an example of how shape and design is contributing to your decision to go with them. It looks fantastic. When we plan a website, we sit down with the designer, with the photographer, with the client and say, okay, what are we trying to achieve here? Okay, we have green colors throughout the website. Let's make sure that we get photography that features a lot of green. You can see with these images, there isn't an example of a photo that we've taken that doesn't pull out green as a color. Now, not just that, but the beauty of photography is that once we've taken the images, we do what's called post-production, which is the editing of these images, and we actually pull the green out even further to make it really quite obvious that this is an important factor in the design, and you can see here. Now, one thing that turns some people off photography is the cost. Sometimes, traditionally, photography can be quite expensive. Here at Chalkchip, we actually have photography on staff. And so the difference with Chalkchip is that we can leverage that to offer you a cheaper photography service, because at the end of the day, we want your site to be amazing. We want your site to look the best that it can look, to communicate the best that it can, to get you the highest level of conversions that you can possibly get through your website, because that reflects positively on us as well. So photography through Chalkchip is actually not very expensive. In fact, it's actually not even as expensive as going out and buying stock images, and we get a better result at the end of the day. So there is just a few examples of reasons why photography is a fantastic choice for your business. I would seriously encourage you, don't cut corners when it comes to your website. It's your most important marketing asset. It communicates to millions of people who you are and whether they should go with you. Don't skimp on it. Don't try and take the photos yourself. I'd encourage you, hire a professional photographer or work with a digital agency like Chalkchip that has access to professional services so that you can get a fantastic result like this website. Again, please feel free to call us here at Chalkchip. You can call us on 5234-5360, or you can email us at info@chalkchip.com.au. We would love to speak to you about how we can leverage our online marketing and website design services to take your business to the next level, and hopefully that would include photography. See ya.